Emma stood by the tall windows of the Grand Hotel. The fancy gala was full of rich people in expensive clothes. She wore a simple black dress that she bought last month with her small savings. Everyone else looked like they belonged here. She felt very alone. Emma worked as a teacher in a poor school. She only came to this gala because her friend Sarah worked for the hotel. Sarah gave her a free ticket. "You need to have some fun," Sarah had said. "You work too hard." But now Emma wanted to go home. She watched couples dancing on the shiny floor. The music was beautiful, but she had no one to dance with. She felt out of place among all these wealthy people. "Excuse me," said a deep voice behind her. "You look sad. Are you okay?" Emma turned around. A tall man with kind eyes stood there. He wore an expensive black suit, but his smile was warm and friendly. She had seen his face on magazine covers. This was Daniel Cross, the famous billionaire who owned many companies. "I'm fine," Emma said quietly. I don't really belong here." Daniel smiled. "I don't think that's true. You look more real than anyone else in this room." He looked into her eyes. "Care for a dance?" Emma's heart started beating fast. I'm not a good dancer." "Neither am I," Daniel laughed. "But the music is nice, and I would like to dance with you. Before we start, we'd love for you to watch the story carefully and, at the end, rate it from 1 to 10 in the comments. Your opinion helps us understand what kind of stories you enjoy and guides us to create even better content for you." He held out his hand. Emma looked at it for a moment, then took it. They walked to the dance floor together. Daniel put his arm around her waist gently. They started moving slowly to the soft music. "What's your name?" Daniel asked as they danced. "Emma," she replied. "Emma Johnson." "That's a beautiful name." "I'm Daniel." "I know who you are," Emma said, then felt embarrassed. "I mean, everyone knows who you are." Daniel laughed again. "Well, I don't know anything about you, Emma Johnson. Tell me about yourself." As they danced, Emma told Daniel about her work as a teacher. She talked about her students and how much she loved helping them learn. Daniel listened carefully to every word. "You must be a wonderful teacher," Daniel said. "Teaching is the most important job in the world." Emma was surprised. "Really? Most people think teachers don't make enough money to matter." "Money isn't everything," Daniel said. "You're changing children's lives every day. That's worth more than all my companies." They danced for 3 songs. Emma forgot about feeling alone. She forgot about not belonging. With Daniel, she felt comfortable and happy. When the music stopped, Daniel asked, "Would you like to get some fresh air? There's a beautiful garden outside." They walked to the hotel garden. The night air was cool and fresh. Stars shone above them. They sat on a bench near a fountain. "Emma," Daniel said seriously, "I have to tell you something. I came to this gala because I had to, not because I wanted to. I was bored and tired until I saw you. You made my whole evening better." Emma looked at him with surprise. "But you must meet interesting people all the time." "I meet many people," Daniel said. "But most of them only want my money or my help with their business. You're different. You're genuine. You care about important things." They talked until late in the night. Daniel told Emma about his lonely life. He had money but few real friends. Emma told Daniel about her dreams to help more children get better education. "I have an idea," Daniel said. "My company gives money to schools. Would you help me choose which schools need help the most? You understand education better than anyone I know." Emma's eyes filled with tears of joy. "You would trust me with something so important." "I would trust you with anything," Daniel said softly. From that night, Emma and Daniel became close friends. Every week, they met to talk about helping schools. Emma visited poor schools and made reports. Daniel gave money to buy books, computers, and better buildings. But they also spent time together for fun. Daniel took Emma to museums and concerts. Emma showed Daniel simple pleasures like walking in parks and eating ice cream. They laughed together and shared their dreams. After 6 months, Emma realized she was falling in love with Daniel. But she was scared. They lived in different worlds. He was rich and famous. She was just a simple teacher. One evening, they were walking by a lake. The sunset made the water look golden. "Emma," Daniel said, stopping suddenly. "I need to tell you something important." Emma's heart stopped. Was he going to say goodbye? "These past months have been the happiest of my life," Daniel continued. "You've shown me what really matters. You've made me a better person." He took her hands. "I love you, Emma. I know we're different, but I can't imagine my life without you." Emma started crying happy tears. "I love you too, Daniel. I was afraid you would get tired of my simple life." "Your life isn't simple," Daniel said. "It's beautiful. You make everything better just by being there." Daniel got down on one knee right there by the lake. He pulled out a small box with a diamond ring. "Emma Johnson," he said, "will you marry me?" Emma could hardly speak. "Yes," she whispered, then louder. "Yes, yes, I will marry you." They had their wedding in a small church where Emma grew up. It wasn't fancy like the Gala, where they met. Emma's students came as guests. Daniel's business friends were there too, but the most important people were Emma's family and the children she taught. After the wedding, Daniel and Emma worked together to help schools all over the country. Emma became the director of the Cross Foundation for Education. She visited schools and met with teachers. Daniel provided the money and business knowledge. Together, they built new schools in poor neighborhoods. They gave computers to schools that had never had them before. They trained teachers and gave scholarships to smart students who couldn't afford college. Emma never forgot that night at the gala when she felt so alone. Now she made sure other people never had to feel that way. She and Daniel created programs where successful people helped children from poor families. 2 years after their wedding, Emma and Daniel had their first child, a baby girl named Hope. Emma continued her work, but now she had even more reason to make the world better. "Do you remember that first night?" Daniel asked Emma on their 3rd wedding anniversary. They were dancing in their living room to the same song they had danced to at the gala. "How could I forget?" Emma smiled. "I was so scared and alone. And I was so empty inside," Daniel said. "I had everything money could buy, but I had no real purpose." "We found each other," Emma said. "And together, we found our purpose." "Care for a dance?" Daniel asked, just like he had that first night. "Always," Emma answered. They danced slowly in their home, surrounded by pictures of all the schools they had helped and children they had supported. Emma looked out the window and saw the first stars appearing in the sky. She thought about all the lonely people in the world who were still waiting for their lives to change. She thought about all the children who needed help to follow their dreams. There was so much work still to do, but she wasn't alone anymore. She had Daniel, she had hope, and she had a purpose that filled her heart with joy every single day. Sometimes the most important moments in life begin when you feel most alone. Emma learned that one person who truly cares can change everything. And 2 people who love each other can change the world. The gala where Emma felt so out of place had given her the greatest gift of all, true love and a meaningful life. Now, every day was like a dance with the person she loved most, working together to make other people's dreams come true. Emma never forgot that shy, scared teacher who stood alone by the window that night. That woman had been brave enough to take Daniel's hand and dance. That one dance had changed both their lives forever. Now that you've seen the whole story, we would really appreciate it if you rate it from 1 to 10 in the comments. Your thoughts help us improve and make sure we bring you the kind of stories you truly enjoy.